say. Put on a pot of peas, get along home, Cindy, get along home, Cindy. Hello! Welcome to Oldtime Central's first online uh, music festival. Today we are kicking off the beginning of a weekend of concerts and workshops. So, welcome to the Hoot. We have a great selection of musicians joining us tonight, so plan to stick around for the whole thing. We are Oldtime Central. Oldtime Central is a community resource and it's a gathering place where we're constantly sharing music classes and articles, ways that we can just get old time music into people's hands. So if you want to support Old Time Central at any point, we're going to have a link in the comments below where you can make a donation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so all donations are tax deductible, and we are very happy that your donations are making things like this festival possible. So please continue to support old time music through these COVID times. Now, I'd like to introduce our first performer tonight, coming to us from the great state of New York. Welcome to Old Time Central. This is Emily Schaad.
Hi, Dakota.
Hi, how are you today?
Excellent, thank you. Really happy to be a part of this festival.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. Now, Emily, for those who are new to seeing your face, I hear that as well as being, of course, a phenomenal old time musician, you're also a symphony musician and a classical musician. Can you tell us a little bit about what is that transition going back and forth between these genres of music?
Oh, that's an interesting question. My first language was classical music.
Mm.
So I started violin when I was 5 years old. I'm not sure you could really call it like classical music for a while. After that, it took some time, I think, before the screeches and squawks subsided. I know we have some witnesses here. How long would you say?
Not that long.
Some time. And then so I played all the way through high school, and when I was in towards the end of my undergrad, I started getting interested in old time music, and it was a really hard transition to try to start speaking a new language. And I think that in addition to new ways of learning, ways of like playing music with people and relating to people while you play, there was like a whole physical vocabulary, like with the bow, and it really helped me to learn banjo. Not that I'm a great banjo player, but I think that the feel of it really helped me with my fiddling, and now I don't. It's not really something that I notice to transition. I play viola in a couple of orchestras, and I play and I conduct also.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so excited to hear you. I'm going to shut up now just so we can hear you some. Welcome again to Old Time Central.
Thanks,
Take the
Dakota.
stage.
Awesome. Really excited to kick off this festival this weekend. And I don't know about you, but I'm just feeling a lot of just missing being at festivals and running into new people and seeing old friends and just spending time in the out of doors playing music with people. So I think that probably tonight these folks that you're going to get to hear well, we're going to play our hearts out for you because we're kind of wanting to be out there and connecting with all of you. I'm going to start with a West Virginia tune that I learned from the playing of Ed Hammond's, and it's called "Queen of the Earth, Child of the Skies." was fun. I'm revved up now. That second tune was a tune called Black Snake Bit Me on the Toe that I learned from Kentucky fiddler Clyde Davenport, who lived until early this year. I believe he was 97 years old. And I can thank him for a lot of fiddle tunes, entertainment, ridiculous jokes, and pranks. And trying to pull one over on me every time I saw him. I enjoyed him quite a lot. So I'm going to stay with West Virginia a little bit with the go back to the Hammonds family, and play you a little tune called Cranberry Rock, which I learned from one of my favorite fiddlers. And I think he might be one of my favorite fiddlers because when I listen to his recordings and he talks, his voice sounds a little bit like my grandfather. Did I ever tell you that? I'll have to see if you agree. Cranberry Rock. All right. Oh, funny you should say that. I just got a little reminder, and I was just going to talk to you about my workshop tomorrow. I'm just going to check and see. Can't really see myself there to see if I'm in the frame. I think that's better. So tomorrow, I think I'm kicking off the workshops at noon. That's tomorrow, which is the day after today, and noon is the one in the middle of the day, or at the beginning of the day, depending on what time you get up or what time zone you're in. And I'm teaching a workshop about tunes from Western North Carolina, and I'm going to be showing you some tunes from fiddlers like Marcus Martin and Manco Sneed and Marion Reese and Gaither Carlton. And I think what I'll do is just talk about those fiddlers a little bit, play a bunch of those tunes, and then break one of those tunes down so you can really learn it. So that's tomorrow. at noon, and there's a bunch of other workshops, so make sure you check out the whole list, because there was a bunch of stuff there that I really wanted to go to. All right, so I'm going to show you a tune from Gaither Carlton, who's one of the Western North Carolina fiddlers that I mentioned. And I got to know his playing through finding out about Doc Watson, who was a wonderful musician who lived in Deep Gap, North Carolina. And this was right near Boone, where I lived, where I did my my Appalachian Studies degree. And so as I settled into that community, just everybody knew about Doc Watson, and you heard about him all the time, and I got to hear him play. And so I looked a little bit into his roots, and he had learned a lot of these fiddle tunes that he plays on the guitar from his father-in-law, Gaither Carlton. And there's some recordings you can hear where they played together, which were just fabulous. So, and this is from one of them. It's called Tucker's Barn. And I'm just going to make sure I can remember it before I play it. Stopping that tune. That's so much fun to play. Great. I wish I could see you all. I'm going to pretend. I'm just going to pretend I can see you. I have this lovely audience here. My parents are sitting here listening to me, and my mom is sitting here keeping my dog quiet, which I'm just so grateful for, and I bet you are too. I know that Dakota said that I'm reporting from New York, which I am, but I normally live in North Carolina. I live in Asheville, but I'm up here in Rhinebeck, New York, where my roots are. And I'm really just grateful to have a live audience here of 3 breathing beings. It's so fun to be playing for people and for you remotely. I'm going to fiddle you off a little Blackberry Blossom. Oh, that was fun. So, if anybody's playing along, I know the first ones were a little bit weird, but here's another one that that might be a little more fun to play along with. Nice square tune, Highlander's Farewell. And I'm going to wrap it up with this tune. So thanks y'all for listening. I can't wait to hear the rest of the concert. It's going to be a really great lineup, and I think that this concert is going to spring me into feeling like I played music with people today. So thank you.
Wow, Emily, that was incredible. Since you don't have an audience all over clapping right now that you can hear, I'm going to clap for you because that was phenomenal. Yes.
I appreciate it.
Really great. Well, I will see you in your workshop tomorrow, and I'm sure many people listening to that.
I see that fiddle on your wall just begging to be played.
Oh, it is. It is. I almost just grabbed it there, while you were playing.
It's like
now, I'm a West Virginian, and I'm in West Virginia, so you were just warming my heart with all those West Virginia tunes tonight. So
awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Okay.
For those just now tuning in, you're listening to Oldtime Central presents the Hoot, our first ever online music festival. I'm Dakota Carper, your MC for tonight, and I'm very pleased to be presenting our next musician. This man comes from Baltimore, Maryland. I met him about 10 years ago wandering around Clifftop, which for those of us who no Clifftop, the Appalachian String Band Festival here in West Virginia, would have been starting today. But I met this man at Clifftop wandering around before he became famous, but he was an incredible musician back then too. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Brad Kolodner. Hey. Hi there, Brad.
A close-up.
Yeah.
How
hey,
you doing
everybody.
tonight?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear
Awesome.
you. Looks like
Great.
you've got a whole crew there.
We do. We've got my father Ken here on hammered dulcimer and Alex Lacomont on upright bass, and we're looking forward to hearing Rachel's set later on because Rachel plays with us regularly and definitely miss playing with him. But yeah, that was amazing. Emily's set was rocking, and I can't wait to cross paths at a Oldtime festival in a future year and play some tunes. I don't think we've ever actually jammed, but I would love that someday if you would oblige. How are things going with the all the prep for the festival this weekend, Dakota?
You know, it's going great. As you can, if you've been watching any of the thread on our YouTube video, there's so many people who are tuning in, watching, really excited about the things that they're hearing, and I'm sure really excited to hear your set too. Now, you all just came out with a new CD during quarantine, right?
Yeah, we plan to release it at the beginning of a global pandemic. So check that one off the bucket list. No, we had a plan for release at the Baltimore Oldtime Music Festival, which was to take place the second weekend of March, and we were going to have a big release party at the festival, and of course COVID, and we had to postpone the festival. But you know, we were thrilled with how the album turned out. Regardless, it charted on the Bluegrass Billboard charts, and you know, we have a lot of friends and fans who've been really supportive, and we really appreciate that. But yeah, the album came out back in March and features the three of us and Rachel and some original tunes and songs, and we'll play a couple of those here this evening. And yeah, it was a really fun recording project. It was the second album we've done as the quartet.
Well, that's great. You'll have to plan another one for the next pandemic.
Yes, that's right. Too real.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'll get out of your way. For those watching, if you are loving what you're hearing, as I am now, you can always make a donation to Oldtime Central. Your donations are all tax deductible. We are a nonprofit 501c3, and your donations make events like tonight possible. We're so happy to be bringing music to your own homes. So, out of the way now, Brad Kolodner.
Alrighty, thank you, folks. Thanks for joining us here on this Friday evening, coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a little bit of a song that came from a great songwriter who spent many of her years living in Maryland. This is "I've Endured" from the great Ola Belle Reed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Born in the mountains many years ago, I've climbed hills and valleys through all the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing, I've heard the thunder roll. I've endured, how long must one endure? many years ago. I've climbed the hills and valleys, through all the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing, I've heard the thunder roll. I've endured, how long must one endure? I've endured, how long must one endure? Alrighty, that's I've endured. Thanks so much for tuning in out there at the Hoot, here at the Oldtime Central's inaugural online festival. And yeah, we've had a lot of fun doing a handful of these streaming shows with the Oldtime Banjo Festival. And it's been really, you know, despite the circumstances, really grateful to be able to still make music with these folks, and more than folks. Known this man for, well, many years, and Alex and I are great pals, and he even lived right in this house for a bunch of years.
This is one of my favorite rooms to make music in here in Baltimore, and I lived here, and this room sounds amazing. So that's, you know, that always makes playing music even better when the space you play it in is great, and you like making music with the people in it. And we're gonna do one off of their new album.
Yeah.
Off the new album.
That's right. Picked up my gourd banjo here. We've got the Hammered Imbira. This is the tune that we played with Rachel at Clifftop last year in the Neo-Traditional Band Contest. And actually, Clifftop would be like
Happy
starting
Clifftop.
like right now, right?
Happy Clifftop.
Rest in peace, 2020 Clifftop. But we'll be back there next year, I sure hope.
Oh,
I know, yeah. All right, here we go.
Let's have some fun.
This is Black Eyed Susie.
Oh, wait. Get myself enough from here.
Black-eyed Susie, hey. Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey. black-eyed Susie, hey. Alrighty, black-eyed Susie.
State flower of Maryland.
Indeed. Okay, pick up my banjo here and do a tune that I wrote right here in my backyard. I've got this little arbor, this pergola that I built with my roommate. A couple summers ago, there was this tiny wisteria vine crawling up the side of it. And I was sitting out there on a hot day and wishing that wisteria vine was covering me with shade. And I was there with my banjo and decided to write this tune as a kind of like a little lullaby for this wisteria vine so it will grow faster. And sure enough, now it's covering my pergola and provides me shade, but now there are tons of mosquitoes, so it's really not that pleasant to sit out there right now. But we just had a big thunderstorm roll through here in Baltimore, and I hope you're all doing well and able to enjoy being outside. Summer's the best. I certainly miss playing tunes with pals out at music festivals under trees, listening to the cicadas late into the night, maybe playing late enough that the cicadas stop chirping. I feel like that happens.
And then the birds start chirping.
Then the birds start chirping and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't slept
I need to
at
go
all.
to bed now. Oh my gosh. I need to drink water and go to bed.
So with that in mind, this concert tonight will go till 5 in the morning. So buckle up. Now we're gonna do one here that I wrote right here in this backyard. It's called Wisteria. folks. That's Wisteria, and let's grab our fiddles. Maybe do a couple more here. I'm not sure how we're doing on time. Maybe you can drop a note there in the chat, Dakota. It'd be great to know how many more we have left here.
You've got about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll play a medley here with 12 tunes. We'll play them all one time through.
For 40 seconds.
For 40 seconds each.
Is that the right math? It's close.
Just got playing fast.
We're gonna go from a Brad Kolodner tune to a Ken
Right.
Kolodner tune.
This we're gonna do a set of 2 tunes, and the first is one that I wrote for my 40th high school reunion just a few years back. Coming up on 50 pretty soon.
That's a little scary.
And the second is Lost Indian. Ready?
Yeah, check if your tune. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks so much to Richard and Ben and Dakota and everyone who's helped put together this weekend. I'm looking forward to teaching tomorrow. We've got a banjo workshop, Beyond the Bum Ditty. And it's at 2 o'clock Eastern. I think there's still space. And we'll be doing Beyond the Bum Ditty, I guess. You know, and trying to sort of go beyond some of the basics of the right hand in claw hammer. It should be fun, getting into a lot of variation ideas. Maybe talk about some backup ideas, some cool rhythmic drop thumb stuff. So for any banjo players out there, I'm looking forward to that. And let's see, any other announcements that need to be made? We've got our new album, Stony Run, that came out back in March, also featuring Rachel, who we'll be hearing from later tonight. And
actually the three of us will be doing a full live stream concert from the Creative Alliance here in Baltimore next month on August 15th, on August 15th. So check the calendar for that. We haven't done anything like that where we stood in front of a stage with all the live sound plugged in, and it'll be a totally kind of different but similar live stream experience. So check out kenandbrad.com.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, that's August 15th through the Creative Alliance, a great organization here in Baltimore that hosts our Oldtime festival. All right, we'll send you out here with a medley. I'll put in a quick plug for my new channel out there on TrueFire, Clawhammer Corner. I just launched it last week, and it was a ton of work, and really happy with how it turned out. All kinds of lesson videos, tutorials, and it's going to be a really fun place to just kind of bring together a bunch of banjo players interested in learning different techniques and tunes, and it's been really fun just in this past week. So that's Clawhammer Corner on TrueFire. There's a link for it on my website, and you can find us on our website, kenandbrad.com, and be well. Keep these tunes in your life. Music certainly is helping us through this time, and really grateful for this opportunity to play for you. So here we go. Here's a little bit of a tune my father wrote called The Circle, followed up by the great North Carolina Breakdown. you very much.
Thank you.
YouTube world, we are the Ken and Brad Trio. Alex Lacomont, Ken Kolodner, I'm Brad Kolodner. And thank you so much for having us. Have a great rest of your evening with all this great music ahead. Back to you, Dakota, in
Brad,
Hollywood or wherever
Ken,
you are.
Alex, thank you so much for joining us. That was an excellent, excellent show. I think I could listen to that tune, The Circle, for the rest of quarantine. That was
Well, it's track number 6 on Stony Run. There's a repeat function, you know. Go for it.
All right, I'll be doing that.
Do it on
thank you
Spotify
all
so we get those
much for
pennies.
joining us.
Half pennies.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much who are just now tuning in. You are listening to The Hoot, presented by Oldtime Central. This is our first online music festival. Now, so many of us maybe were thinking that we'd be at Clifftop, the Appalachian String Band Music Festival this weekend. I think that what we just heard there was just balm for our souls to be able to hear people in the same room playing music together. That was wonderful. Oldtime Central, it is our mission to bring old-time music to you, make it accessible. We're sharing classes, we're sharing concerts, and we're trying to do all of this at an affordable or free level so that it's attainable by everyone. And we are doing this by being fully donor supported. So if you are loving the show tonight, if you care about our mission to get old-time music into the hands of everyone, then please consider making a donation. You can do so by going to www.paypal.me/oldtimecentral, and then you just bring up the screen, put in 1,000 and hit send, or any amount. This concert is pay what you can, pay what you wish, and any amount that you donate is very much appreciated. If you were to go to a concert, I'm sure any one of these musicians you're hearing tonight, you would pay a great deal of money to be in a very full room. These are wonderful musicians. So once again, if you feel led, please go ahead and just make a donation to help support our cause. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so all of your donations are tax deductible. Now, the next musician we have coming up tonight is coming to us from Arkansas, and he's going to be playing a very interesting instrument, one you might not always see in old-time circles, and I'll have him tell you a little bit about that. So let's welcome to the stage Seth Shoemate. Hi, Seth. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm nervous.
You're doing great.
I
What's
turned
your
off
hat
the
say
AC
there?
and I'm sweating. I'm in Arkansas and it's hot outside, so now it's hot inside because the AC is off.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, now, Seth, you are a harmonica player. I have to ask, there's not a lot of harmonica players here in West Virginia. Maybe that's different in Arkansas. What's the reaction when you show up to an old-time jam and you pull out your harmonica?
I think awe.
Awe.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes jaws drop so wide I can fit 3 harmonicas in them.
That's great. That's great. And what made you pick a harmonica? You could have gone for one of the heavy hitter banjo, fiddle, guitar, and you went for harmonica. What drew you to harmonica?
Well, you know, I wanted to study psychology in college, but my mom said you should challenge yourself, so I studied physics instead, and that was a big mistake. But I took that work ethic and that drive to do something that's harder than anything possible, and I tried to apply that to old-time music and playing the harmonica.
Wow. Well, I'm impressed. I can't wait to hear where that drive has brought this harmonica. So I'll get out of your way. Thanks so much for joining us, Seth. And give it up, everybody. Seth Shoemate.
Thank you. And thanks for having me here. I've written a script for my intro. I think we've already covered my name. I play with a group called the Ozark Highballers. I'm 36 years old and I live in my mom's basement because of the coronavirus and also a misfortune, and harmonica just didn't work out as a profession. So here I am, just living the life. I'd like to thank my sponsors. This is a Blue Yeti mic. It's not the Blue Yeti X. I don't have enough YouTube subscribers for that. Viva paper towels. This is Pilgrim Logging, Roy Pilgrim's logging company. He gave me this hat. And Bueling banjos, the finest banjos that Clark never sells. I wanna start this with something that was written in the 1800s, and maybe not sound like too much like old time because it was before ragtime, so we couldn't have really entertaining music. But for harmonica, this is as good as it gets without syncopation. So this is the Percy Spouse's Australian guy. It's his version of the Swanee River. Okay, now that's the only non-old time tune that I'll play, I think. Let me look at my list. No, that's not correct. Almost the only one. The next one is The Downfall of Paris, that was made famous by the Murphy Brothers Harp Band back in 1930, I think. Now they had two harmonica players, but I'll try and do it with just one. I don't have my loop pedal here tonight. And the crowd goes wild. Okay. Now, moving forward and backward in time, here's a good old number, Dill Pickles from Dr. Humphrey Bate and his Possum something or other. I don't know what they did to possums. I hope it was okay, but probably not, because it was 1927. that was probably more exciting for me than for anybody else in the world. So thank me myself. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears a little bit and play some DeFord Bailey. DeFord Bailey, oh yeah, he may be the only person on this list of tunes that's in the Country Music Hall of Fame. African American, probably, I think he was the first person to play on the Opry when it was given its name by Judge Hay, who then fired him under nefarious circumstances. So, DeFord Bailey. First I'll play a little John Henry. Alright, that's fun. Alright, I love it. John Henry by DeFord Bailey, the master, the harmonica wizard. And I'll tell you a little bit about DeFord. If it weren't for DeFord, I'm not sure that Bill Monroe would have ruined old time music by creating bluegrass, because DeFord would go on tour with him, and he would draw the crowds. In the newspaper archive, I found a reference of someone that was just pretending to be DeFord Bailey that said he was going to play at a restaurant, and 500 people in a town of 6,000 called that restaurant to make sure it was true, because he was extremely popular. And the Grand Ole Opry had quite a large radio reach, and DeFord Bailey was playing the most popular instrument in history at that time, and he was the best at it. So DeFord Bailey, everyone. The next one is also a DeFord Bailey tune. This is a fun tune about chickens. It's called Old Hen Cackle. Oh, just take a minute for another sponsorship. This is Hibiscus from La Croix. I have replaced it with just regular water because the carbonated water dries my mouth out. It's good. It's good stuff. shoot, shoot, shoot. All right, another fun one. That's really great for 3 to 5 year olds. Yeah, they just love it, and they just love it. I think they love it more than Roscoe Holcomb's banjo. Take that, Roscoe. Okay, now change the gears up a little bit. I'm gonna play a waltz called the Black Hill Waltz, and this is from Casey Karchner. It's a Western guy. He's probably a cowboy or something. Probably one of those people not screaming about all those federal troops occupying all those cities. Anyway, but it's a sweet waltz, so I'll just put that out there. I learned this one from Roy Pilgrim, who learned it directly from a recording of Casey Karchner. All right, another fun one. That was great. Thank you. Thank you all. Let's see. Oh, okay, thanks. The viewership hasn't dropped in the last whatever minutes. I don't know where I'm at. So that's always a good sign. Okay, still holding strong. Thanks. Okay, well, this is my last piece. It is a medley, which I'm not a huge fan of doing, but these just fit so well together, so I'm going to do it. This is Ed Haley's Dunbar, followed by Dr. Humphrey Bate with his Take Your Foot Out of the Mud and Stick It in the Sand, whatever that means. And then Kyle Wooten's Fox Chase, which is a really insane thing. Okay, here we go. All right, thanks for gritting your teeth through that. I hope it wasn't too loud. My gain is adjustable, so if it is too loud, that's my fault, and I apologize. But if it wasn't too loud, then you're welcome, I guess.
Seth, what an incredible show. I don't think I've ever heard a solo harmonica performance before.
Most of them are dead.
I'm impressed. That was really great. That was really great. I'm especially impressed with wherever your dog was under the table, how you trained it to bark in time during that last tune. Really nice.
Well, I've got a push button with my foot, and there's a taser on it.
Well, great. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on The Hoot. We really enjoyed having you here.
Well, thank you, and I'll log off here and watch on YouTube now to save your bandwidth.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. So if you're interested in harmonica, Seth is going to be leading a workshop this Sunday. So you can tune in, and who knows, maybe he'll teach you how to make your dog bark as well. So don't miss that workshop. All of the performers tonight are going to be leading workshops throughout the course of this weekend on Saturday or on Sunday. So check out our website, oldtime-central.com, to find out more details about that. While you're there, go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter where you can get all of the latest updates on things that we're sharing and events that we're holding. So, before we bring our last musician up, if you're just tuning in, you are listening to Oldtime Central presents The Hoot, our first online music festival. We are a donor-supported 501c3 nonprofit, so if you're liking what you're seeing, please head over to our PayPal. You can go to paypal.me/oldtimecentral and make a donation so that we can continue hosting events like this. Now, the last musician coming up tonight, I have to say, is one of my favorite people in the world. Rachel Eddy is a West Virginian. She's a fiddler, guitar player, banjo player, singer, you name it. She does it all. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Rachel Eddy.
Thank you. I didn't know if I was supposed to start my own video or not, or if that was going to magically happen. I got it.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm great. I've just totally enjoyed listening to the concert. This is the night we're all supposed to kind of be gathering at Clifftop, and I've been longing for that all day, but it's a relief almost really to see everybody that's played tonight, and just to know that we're all still out here, just playing music and waiting to be together in person again to do it.
Absolutely. So Rachel, I have a question for you before you begin. I know you've traveled the world, and all of your travels, you've been in Sweden for a number of years, have influenced your music and really made it into something beautiful that it is today. And here you are, a year stuck at home. How is that impacting your music? What do you think that's going to carry into the future?
That's a really great question. So I think that what has been most inspiring is the West Virginian in me has come out in the pandemic, and I have dug up like an 8x42 square foot lot of my backyard and turned it into a vegetable garden. And I'm learning to knit, and I'm playing fiddle. That's the instrument that I have kind of, it's been my go-to, which isn't typically the case as my practice instrument. I like to play guitar, I play banjo, and I definitely been picking up my fiddle a bunch, but I have to say that music has not been my main focus in these months during the pandemic. I have maybe gone into survival mode, making my own food and clothes or something. I don't really know, but I've definitely put a lot of my energy and my the things that I'm longing for, I've replaced with some things that I've longed for. When I've been touring, I can't really have a garden, for example. So I've taken advantage of this time stuck at home, so to speak, to cultivate a different side of myself that isn't necessarily musical, but I do play fiddle for my garden sometimes. It likes it, so.
Oh.
And I've eaten beans and squash for like the 12th day in a row today.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for setting your garden aside for this evening to give us some music. I'm going to get out of the way. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Rachel.
Thanks so much for having me. All right, I'm going to take off my headphones because I don't need to listen anymore. And like I said to Dakota, I definitely have been playing more fiddle and less guitar. So it's kind of fun to pick my guitar up. And I decided I'm going to do the entire set this way. Hey Dakota, I'm just curious. You are pinned on the screen. Is it possible to pin me, or can I do that? Maybe I can do it. I got it. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, you're showing up as the
yeah, I haven't been playing as much guitar as I typically would this time of year, and I just decided I'm going to do the whole set on guitar. For better or for worse, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start off with a waltz, Josephine's waltz, which is it's a Norwegian or Finnish waltz, I believe, and. Thanks so much. Okay, so I forgot to mention the other reason I'm playing guitar for this entire concert set is that I'm teaching guitar this weekend. So my workshop tomorrow is 4 or 5 o'clock. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it is 90 minutes of Beyond the Boom Chuck. And I have to say that like my first introduction to guitar was very shortly after I learned how to fiddle. So I was a kid, growing up in West Virginia. My dad plays a fiddle and guitar, and he told me I wasn't allowed to play his fiddle because it wasn't a toy. And so, of course, like the only thing I wanted to do was play the fiddle. And after I figured out how to play it and he gave me my own fiddle, about 2 weeks later, he told me if I wanted to keep it, I had to learn the guitar so I could back him up too. And so I've always played guitar as a backup for fiddle. That's just always been part of what I've done. But it's also been this really great vessel for singing and doing music outside of the old-time string band genre. And the next song I'm going to do it's a song that my mom sang a lot when I was growing up, and I actually thought it was a traditional folk song, from like the way back. And I recorded it a few years ago, and I came to find out it is written by Cy Khan. And the song the lyrics speak of place to me. They speak of home and reminds me of my family. So this is called Wild Rose of the Mountain. You can sing along at home if you feel like it. So much. All right, so I just have a few kind of random things I put together tonight for this set. I thought I would do, since I'm not playing the fiddle, thought I'd do a fiddle tune, but just on the guitar. So this is it's actually kind of fun. I was a little worried about the set, but now that I'm here doing it, I'm totally thrilled to just be playing the guitar and not have to worry about playing a couple pieces of music and then picking up my banjo and wondering if it's going to be in tune or if my new fiddle strings have settled yet or whatever. So I have this guitar. This is an old guitar and these strings are old and sounds good to me. And I'm happy to try this fiddle tune. This tune is called Rose Tree, and it's a tune that I've known for a super long time, and I worked out a nice version on banjo years ago, and I taught it at Augusta, the Augusta Heritage Center last year in my banjo class, and my spouse Emily learned this, and then I was like, oh, I can't play it on banjo anymore, so I learned it on guitar, and we do banjo guitar duets. So this is actually fiddle tune that I worked up in the last year. Play that on the fiddle, well, then it wouldn't have been a guitar concert. So there you go. Sometimes the notes just aren't on the guitar, or they are, but they're a little more elusive. But I'll take it. I got most of them. Good. So thanks for listening to that. Hope our numbers are still up on the YouTube. I thought I'd kind of switch gears and sing a song. Also, something that is not in the string band tradition. This is a newer song written by Daryl Scott, and I think I love Daryl Scott's songwriting, and I feel that he paints these really beautiful pictures with lyrics that, you know, as someone who is a self-identified fiddle player, I definitely have not been able to assemble words in an order to paint a picture quite as beautiful as some of his songs. So I cover them instead. And this one is You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive. And this is one of my songs, my favorite songs to sing this past couple years. Before I get this one started, I have to get I have a yoga block under my foot because I have this teeny tiny guitar tonight. And so I have to like prop my leg up. I just got to make sure my furniture is adjusted right. Thanks for bearing with me here. It's a really nice evening. I hope you guys are having fun out there. I'm really just delighted to see my friends performing and to be here and clapping and cheering in my own house is as close as I can get to them right now. But I'm just honored to be among the great performers tonight. And thanks to Oldtime Central, to Ben and Richard, and to Dakota, who has done an awesome job in emceeing the evening. And to my fellow performers out there, this has been a real treat. This is Never Leave Harlan Alive. In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's the place where I traced my bloodline, and it's there I read on a hillside gravestone, you'll never leave Harlan alive. Oh, my grandfather's dad crossed the Cumberland Mountains, where he took a pretty girl to be his bride. Said, won't you walk with me out of the mouth of this holler, or we'll never leave Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning, and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking how to get away. No one ever knew that there was coal in the mountains till a man from the northeast arrived, waving $100 bills. He said, I'll pay you for your minerals, but he never left Harlan alive. Grandma sold out cheap, and they moved out west of Pineville to a farm where bigger Richland River winds. And they danced them a jig, they never left Harlan alive. When the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life digging coal from the bottom of your grave. Thanks so much. Thank you. I gotta check my tuning now. Something happened there. I suppose when you play a guitar that's over 100 years old, you're too stubborn to change the original tuners. It takes a moment to adjust. So I had one more planned. I haven't been keeping track of the time. Richard, if you just want to let me know if that is enough time. It always goes so fast. I feel like I've been here about 3 minutes, but I'm sure it's been a little longer than that. I was going to do, as my last number here, Ragged But Right. And it is, it's a party song, you know, talking about getting drunk every day, which I don't do anymore, and eating steaks every day, which I don't think I've ever done that. But yeah, it's a kind of fun song, Ragged But Right. Track in there somewhere. I'll think about that one. I've come here to tell you people I'm ragged but right. I'm a thief and a gambler. I get drunk every night. I eat a quarter-pound steak 3 times a day, and my board is more than any lover in this town can afford. A big electric fan to keep me cool while I sleep, and little baby girls playing around at my feet. I'm a rambling gambler, I get drunk every night. Well, I tell you boys, I'm ragged but right. I go everywhere, I don't pay no fare. I can ride a freight train just anywhere. If I win or lose, I it but right. I'm a rambling gambler. I get drunk every night. Watch out, boys, I'm ragged but right. Super, thanks so much. I was given permission to just do one more, so I'm gonna end with one of my favorite things to sing, which is this John Hartford medley. A little bit of Tear Down the Grand Ole Opry and Steam Powered Airplane. They're gonna tear down the Grand Ole Opry. They're gonna tear down the sound that goes around our songs. They're gonna tear down the Grand Ole Opry. Another good thing has done gone on, is done gone on. There were campers and there were buses parked all around where there used to be a door about that place called the Grand Ole Opry. Just ain't there, it just ain't there no more. It ain't there no more. Right across from the Wax Museum, there's the line up around the block. From East Tennessee and back down to Hurricane. All of a sudden there was nothing to do, and there once was an awful lot. Broad Street will never be the same. I'm in love with the Grand Ole Opry, and I guess that I have for a good many years. When I think about the Grand Ole Opry, makes me sad that it's gonna disappear. It's gonna disappear. Do-do-do-do. 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 The drift went away on the steam powered airplane. When I stayed, I damn near didn't come back again. I didn't go very fast on a steam powered airplane. Well, we went around and up and down and inside and then back again. I was sitting on a 747 just watching those clouds roll by. Can't tell if it's sunshine or if it's rain, rain, rain. Rather be sitting on a deck chair high over Kansas City on a genuine old-fashioned authentic steam powered airplane. I dreamt I was pilot on a steam powered airplane. I turned that pilot wheel around and then back again. I wear a blue hat, yeah, it's a steam powered airplane with letters that go around the rim and then back again. I was sitting on a 747 just watching those clouds roll by. I can't tell if it's sunshine or if it's rain, rain, rain. Rather be sitting on a deck chair high over Kansas City on a genuine old-fashioned authentic steam powered airplane. Woo! Thank you so much for listening. It was such a treat to be here, and thanks for having me again to the Old Time Central. See you guys tomorrow in guitar class.
Rachel, what an awesome show. Wow, thank you so much for that. It's no wonder if that's some of the music that's going out into your garden that those green beans and zucchini are doing so well. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. This was the kickoff of the Hoot, Oldtime Central's online music festival. See you, Rachel. See your head there. Thank you to all the musicians who came and were a part of our kickoff concert, and thank you to everyone also who tuned in for tonight's show. If you liked what you heard, please consider making a donation to Oldtime Central. We are a donor-supported 501c3 nonprofit. Our mission is to bring old-time music to you. So help us keep doing that with concerts like tonight by making a donation. You can do so by going to paypal.me/oldtimecentral. Any donation and any amount is appreciated. You can also go ahead and sign up for some workshops. There's still space this weekend. Just to give you a brief rundown of what we have going on tomorrow, Tomorrow's Saturday. We're going to have Emily Schaad doing fiddle tunes from Western North Carolina, 12:30 to 1 or 12 to 1:30. Brad Kolodner Beyond Bum Ditty from 2 to 3:30. Rachel Eddy Beyond Boom Chuck from 4 to 5:30, and David Bragger and Susan Platts doing old time fiddle and double fiddle with bowing from 6 to 7:30. Then join us again tomorrow night for another live concert from our teachers. That's going to be from 8 to 10 p.m. And Sunday, more workshops. Craig Judelman from Fiddle Rags and How to Play Them, 10 to 11:30 a.m. Wow, in the morning time. It's all right. We can make it, guys. Then Seth Shoemate is going to be doing harmonica from 12 to 1:30. Howard Rains, old-time backup guitar from 2 to 3:30. Jake Blunt, banjo style from Odell Thompson from 4 to 5:30. And Tricia Spencer is going to be teaching Grandma's Cheats for old-time fiddle from 6 to 7:30 on Sunday. So thanks again so much to everyone that joined us for our kickoff concert of The Hoot, presented by Oldtime Central. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to catch you all tomorrow night. See ya.